If something I'm saying does not work for what you're wishing for or needing, please follow your own flow. Take good care of you. By taking care of you, we're taking care of each other. So let's begin. I thought to begin on our bellies today. So face down. And just for the very beginning of the practice, just let your forehead rest down on your hands. And just arrive in a downward facing Shavasana. And just let yourself kind of pour your energy down and into the earth. Let go of anything that's stressing you or straining you. See if you can just let go. Take a breath. Kind of wiggle your hips a little bit. Separate this part of the day from that which has already been and that which is to come. And let your head also kind of wag as your hips are wagging. Let your head just kind of roll side to side on your hands. And let go a little more. Find an exhale. Let those ribs relax into the earth. Let that belly relax into the floor. Let your thighs, your hip flexors release. And then on an inhale, we'll come up and find our way to a Sphinx pose, coming onto forearms. And still that belly and those thighs and hip flexors, you can wag them a little bit. Keep the releasing energy down into the earth, through the belly, through the thighs. And let your gaze, just find your gaze, a gaze that feels right for you. It could be straight ahead, it could be a little bit down and forward, and it could be way down, like down toward the mat. So you choose what feels good. Drop your shoulders and take a big breath into the heart. And perhaps now is a good time to just form an intention for your practice. So welcome yourself here. Ask yourself what would serve the good of all, the good of you. Take a big breath into that. And you can keep refining it throughout the practice. But for now, just be with what's here, what arises. And we're going to lengthen out the right arm and then roll onto our right side so that left leg reaches and extends back a little bit behind you for a moment. Left hand is supporting you. Left leg is reaching back, opening up that belly hip flexor space. And then let your left arm reach and just lengthen out the whole left side here. And then if it feels okay for you, find a little bit of balance. So you could lift your arms, you could lift your top leg, or you could lift both legs and arms. So you just see what's here for you, a little side core work. Finding the balance, inhale. Exhale, release. We'll take two more like that. Inhale, whatever it is for you, whatever's lifting. It could just be one arm, one leg. It could be just arm or leg. Could be all of them. One more. Inhale, come on up. Maybe arms and legs, maybe just arm and leg. Last breath. And then we're going to go ahead and reach that left arm back behind us to come into a twist. Left knee bends. Right hand reaches for left thigh, outer thigh, and just open up the chest. Open up that left arm. And maybe your gaze goes left. Take a big breath in and squeeze all the air out. Draw the belly in. Now we'll take this 2 times. We're going to come back to our side and take whatever lift you've got, inhaling, lifting arms and legs. Exhale, release back down and open the left arm and bend the left knee and twist. And then come back to the side and find your lift. Inhale. Exhale down, left knee bends, left arm reaches, open. And then swing that left arm all the way around so you come back to your belly. Find your Sphinx pose. Take a moment to tuck your chin into your chest and open up the back of the neck, easing it out. Maybe a little wiggle waggle through the hips. And maybe a little bit of a gaze forward or up. Taking a breath here, breathing into your belly, inhale. And we'll roll onto the other side, reaching the left arm out, rolling onto the left side. Just take a moment, that right leg reaches back a little bit to open up the belly and the hip flexor. The right arm reaches overhead. So arms are parallel. Taking a big right side stretch and align your legs once again. And then we'll take these lifts. So you can choose, it could just be arms, it could just be one leg or two legs, or it could be all four limbs, arms and legs. Big breath in. Exhale, come on down. Find a knitting in of the belly to support this. Side body work. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come on down. And one more like this. Inhale, lift. Maybe just your arm, maybe just your leg, maybe both. Exhale, come on down. Reach your right arm back behind you. Bend the right knee and take a twist. Left hand comes to right outer hip, thigh, knee. Just open up, let your gaze perhaps go right. Send your outer right hip away from your waistline. Big breath in here. And we're going to repeat this 2 times. We're going to come back to the side body. Inhale, lift, whatever you got. Arm, leg, both arms, both legs. Inhale. Exhale, come on down. Right knee bends, right arm swings open. Take that twist. Find your gaze. Send yourself back to that side bend and side body and lift. Breath in. Open it up. Right knee bends, right arm swings. Breathe, squeeze your belly in on exhale. And then swing your right arm back around so you come to your Sphinx pose. Coming up on your forearms, interlace your fingers, curl your toes under, and lift on up into a forearm plank. So you could kind of rock and roll this, reaching heels back, spreading balls of toes. Could be very still, static. Let your gaze be easy for your head and neck. Feel the core strength here, really working with it. For 3, draw the belly and lift those thighs a little bit. 2, one more breath. Knees come down, hands come to the mat, tabletop, and cats and cows. So inhale, lift, chin, chest, eyes, tail. Exhale, round it out, drop your head, drop your tail, give a little wag, a little shake, and move with it in your own way. Inhale, opening, chest, neck. Exhale, rounding. Maybe you take this into something that's a little more free form. Just moving the spine around and finding your breath. Breathing big into the spaces that need it. And exhaling out all the excess that does not need to be there. 2 more rounds, in and out. Last round, inhale. Last round, exhale. Knees come together, come to neutral, inhale. Exhale, gaze past the right shoulder toward the right ankle, let the left hip jut out. C shape to the spine. Inhale, center. Exhale off to the other side, gaze to the left ankle, right hip juts out. And work with this in your own pacing. Inhaling, exhaling, gazing, watching your shoulders, watching your neck. Inhale, watching your spine open and expand and close and squeeze. A few more rounds. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale it. Come on back to center. Curl your toes under. Let's rise our way into downward facing dog and just nod your head yes. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Notice what you're saying yes to these days as we arrive into a new season. And shake out no. And notice what you're saying no to these days as we arrive into a new time. It's a great time for change and rebalancing and really reconnecting to what is good in you and what, you know, is not serving. Turn the toes to the left, the heels to the right. Open up that right side body, that left side body. And then if it feels good, if it's possible, lift the left arm for a moment to the sky and just open the chest, side plank. Breath in. Exhale, come down. Turn the toes to the right, the heels to the left. Open up the side body. And then if it feels good, lift the right arm to the sky. You choose how the legs are. Breath in, open up. Exhale, come on back. Downward facing dog. Right leg flows to the sky. Circle out that right ankle. Say hello to your feet. Your foundation, that which touches the earth very frequently. And then lift that leg higher, higher, higher. Bend the knee, roll your hip open. And take a nice circle out with the right knee. You circle, tiny, big, but say hello to your hip. And launch the right leg on up to the sky. Straighten it out, big breath in. Exhale, squeeze in, round in. Inhale, lift high, look up, lift leg. Exhale, round in, squeeze in, draw that belly in strong. One more round, look up, lift. Exhale, round it out, squeeze. And let's step the right foot forward. And have your blocks handy if you have them. We're gonna walk the right foot over to the left and walk the left foot over to the right. And before you do anything, squeeze your inner thighs together. Really find the adductors, big part of the core. And then walk your hands, maybe you take your blocks with you, walk the hands over to the right and feel that nice stretch for the left side again. Squeezing the inner thighs, be your focus. Spreading all 10 toes, be your focus. For 3. Maybe you walk a little further, maybe you back off, but squeeze those thighs even more. 2. Squeeze the belly in on exhale. 1 more breath in. Squeeze those inner thighs. Exhale, unwind. Walk your right foot back over to the right. Left knee comes down. Bring that left knee in line again with your left hip. And float your left arm high and sink your hips down deep. Opening up the front of the left thigh hip. Right hand takes left wrist and just give an extra tug so you get taller. From kneecap right through fingertips. Big breath in. And we're just going to take an early twist across. Left elbow crosses across right thigh. Hands come to prayer. And just twist gently for yourself for 3. Saying hello to your spinal rotation. Shoulders drop away from ears. 2. Squeeze that belly in on each exhale. 1 more breath in. Exhale, let's release. Hands come down to your blocks or the floor. And let's straighten both legs and pull the hips back. Lift the 5 toes of your right foot. And dangle your head. And breathing in deeper. 1 more breath. Release the 5 toes down, back to the floor. Step back strong to your high plank, pausing here. If it feels good for you, lift your right leg up. 3-legged plank. Take 2 breaths. Bringing that foot down when you're ready, and then lifting the left leg up. 2 breaths. Last breath in. Exhale all the way down to your belly. Come up into your Sphinx pose. Inhale. Exhale, roll off to your right. Reach the right leg, the left leg back behind you. Open it up. We'll just bend the left knee and take that easy twist. And then come back to center for the Sphinx pose. Rise on up. Left arm extends. Take that side opening, reaching your right leg a little bit back behind you. Right knee bends, right arm opens, taking your twist. Breath in. Exhale, release, come back to center, Sphinx pose. Interlace fingers, forearm plank. Breath in, breath out. And then find your way back Downward facing dog, breath in and side out. Turn your toes to the left, the heels to the right. Reach your left arm high if it feels okay. Inhale. Exhale, come on back. Turn your toes to the right, heels to the left. Right arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, come on back. Downward facing dog. Left leg flows to the sky. Circle out that left ankle. Just feel your body. How's it doing with all of this movement? Lift the leg higher, higher, higher. Bend the knee, roll your hip open. Enjoy. Really ground through both hands as you find that circle for the left knee and the connection to the left hip. Some new moves for September. Hope you're liking them as much as I am. Lift your left leg high, big breath in. Exhale, squeeze in, round in, draw it in, gather. Inhale, reach, lift. Exhale, round, squeeze. Inhale, float high. Exhale, round, squeeze in. Step your left foot forward, and then walk your left foot over to the right, and your right foot over to the left. And before you do anything, squeeze your inner thighs. Find the scissor squeeze. And you might need to readjust your feet just a little bit, your legs. And when you're ready, when you found that squeeze, that connection, walk your hands over to the left. Pull back through your outer right hip. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for a few breaths. Make sure your head feels comfortable. Squeeze those inner thighs, 2 more breaths. Spread all 10 toes. Last breath. Let's walk back. Left foot walks over to the left. Right foot over to the right. Right knee comes down. Sink your hips deep. Reach your right arm high and connect right fingertips all the way down through the right kneecap, opening up that right hip flexor. Left hand takes right wrist and just gives a little extra space. Breath in. And we'll twist across. Right elbow crosses over left thigh. Hands come to heart and twist in. Breathe with it. Let your body enjoy the twisting. Last breath. Feel the fullness for you. And we'll unwind. Hands come down. Straighten both legs. Lift your 5 toes of your left foot and bow your head on knee. Just shake it out. Let things be and become. The last couple breaths. See what you can do to deepen in the pose for you. Do you feel the center of your heels? Do you feel the release of the exhale? Last breath. Step back strong, high plank. And if you like, lift your right leg up for 2 breaths. And when you're ready, switch it up, left leg lifts, only if it feels good. Just staying in full plank is wonderful. Let's this time come to Chaturanga, just hovering. Inhale your way into your version of a back bend. Up dog, thighs up or down, breath in. Exhale, down dog, pull your hips back. Press your palms forward. Breath in, breath out. Coming down for a moment to toes pose. Go ahead and give a little massage to the neck and shoulders. Before we get deeper into it, we'll come back, perhaps if we can occasionally, to just a little massage for the shoulders and neck. Let your fingertips slide around from the back of your shoulders toward the front of your neck, maybe down into your chest. Circle your shoulders. Massage your jaw. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. And then go ahead and let your right ear come toward your right shoulder. And your right hand can guide the opening for the left side neck. And just be still with it. If you need to come out of toes pose, please do. Find your stretch, the one that feels right for you. Tuck your chin just a little bit. Come back to center and just do a little touch, a little massage before we take the second side. Maybe you take a break from toes pose. Left ear comes toward left shoulder. And it's a nice stretch for the right side. Any little movements that support the stretch for the neck, go for it. A little gentle tuck to the chin to change the angle of pull slightly. Sighs are great, sounds are really great. And easy release again. Once again, just give a little squeeze, a little shampoo for the scalp, the skull. Shake it off and find your way back, downward facing dog. And then just walk the feet up to the hands. And let's hang in ragdoll. And your knees might be quite bent here. Your feet might be very wide. You choose the sacred geometry for your body. Head dangles, spine opens gently, slowly. Breath deepens. Can you relax your throat and your tongue? Maybe find your tongue massaging your mouth. Take your hands to the back of your head and just give a nice smooth out for the back of the neck, scalp, the skull. Release the hands, let those shoulders relax. Toe heel your feet together. Bend your knees and roll your way gently up to standing, nice and easy. Let your arms pause here as they reach out wide. Just spreading, dropping shoulders, lifting pinkies, dropping thumbs, lifting heart, lifting hip flexors, dropping through the heels and the tailbone, the shoulder blades. Drop your fingertips down to the floor and open those inner wrists. Shoulders releasing down. Go ahead, turn the fingertips the other way, opening the backs of the wrists. Give your fingers a little wiggle. And then a little dance for the arms. Signature moves that feel so good. Let your head and your torso dance with the arms. Let your feet stay grounded. And then go ahead, reach your arms high. Look up. May this practice be for the benefit of all beings. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward and down, swan dive, let it go, knees bend perhaps. Inhale, reach out, lift and lengthen, flat back, belly strong, spine long. Exhale, step or jump, high plank. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Flow it back, exhale, down dog. Right leg flows to the sky. Exhale, round and squeeze in. Inhale, lift that leg. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, tricep, shoulder. Inhale, reach it high. And twist right to left, spin it out. Inhale, rise it up, breath in. Exhale, step forward, warrior one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, flow wide, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior and flow right through vinyasa back to down dog. High plank, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Flow it back, downward dog. Left leg flows to the sky. And the knee roll open. Round and squeeze in, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, tricep, shoulder. Squeeze it in, lift it up. Inhale, reach, take a twist. Left knee spins across to the right. Inhale, lift up. And let's step forward. Exhale, warrior one. Left foot steps, right foot spins. Inhale, rise. Exhale, spin open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. And let's flow it through vinyasa, moving through high to low. Maybe you go straight back to down dog, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Big breath in. Exhale, everything out. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring step or float to the front. Lift and lengthen, flat back reach. Exhale, fold down. If you have a block, place it between your inner thighs, way up, right at the pelvis. Squeeze that block. If not, just really squeeze your inner thighs together, like we did when we crossed the legs. And let's find Utkatasana. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Maybe you've got a block. Bend your knees. Drop your hips, sink into your heels. Lift those pinkies, breath in. Exhale, squeeze that block as you fold forward. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Good core work. Inhale, lift and lengthen, reach long. Exhale, if you can, step or jump, high plank. With that block, pause, squeeze that block. If it feels good, lift the right leg. Still squeezing the block. If it feels good, lift the left leg, still squeezing the block. Exhale, chaturanga with the block. Inhale, squeeze the block up dog. You get a little help with the block. And exhale, squeeze that block, pulling back down dog. Right leg flows to the sky, just let the block tumble. Bend the knee, roll your hip open. Exhale, round in, squeeze in. Exhale, reach high. Inhale, exhale, right knee to right, elbow, tricep, shoulder. Inhale, reach it on up. Exhale, twist it across. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Find your high lunge this time. Staying on the ball of the left foot. Big breath in. Touch down, knee down. Inhale, re-extend, pull back through the heel and open through that left front of hip. Exhale, knee down, maybe all the way to the floor, maybe not. Inhale, extend, really opening up the front of the hip. One more time, knee bends. Inhale, re-extend it. Exhale, open wide, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten the right leg and hinge your way into Trikonasana triangle pose. Reach, reach, reach all the way, big, long, right side. Find your way with this. Maybe hand comes down to a block. Spin yourself wide open. Lean back with those left fingertips, open the chest. Big breath in here. And then we're gonna take the left hand down. We're gonna take the twist to the opposite side. So just keep the left hand down, walk your left hand to a little bit to the left and open up the right arm and twist the other way. See if you can stay grounded as possible through that left heel. Open your chest, last breath, pull back through the outer right hip. Last breath. And we'll step through our vinyasa. You find your way, downward facing dog, your own way. Breath in, breath out. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring step or float to the front. Lift and lengthen, flat back, reach. Exhale, fold, bow. Take that block if you've got it. Squeeze it between your inner thighs. If you don't have it, just squeeze the inner thighs. Sink into Utkatasana. Bend your knees, dip your hips, sweep your arms high. Inhale. Feel the fullness of the pose. Exhale, fold forward and down, let it go. Inhale, reach out, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step, maybe jump, high plank. Chaturanga, low push up, squeezing that block. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let the block tumble as you lift your left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, roll your hip open. Exhale, squeeze in, gather, round in, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left, elbow, tricep, shoulder. Inhale, float it high. Twist it out and across. Inhale, lift on up. And step your left foot forward. Stay on the ball of the right foot. Find that high lunge. Float your arms high, breath in. Exhale, knee comes down. Inhale, re-extend the heel, open the front of that hip. Lift a little higher off your hips, through the fingertips. Exhale, touch down. Inhale, extend, a little squeeze to the butt supports this. Exhale, touch down. Inhale, extend, shine your light. Exhale, let's open wide, warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Straighten your left leg. Big, long left side as you reach, 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 reach. Left hand comes down, maybe to a block, maybe not. Right arm, reach back, open up. Really connect to your legs in the pose as you're opening your heart. Maybe your head drops back. And let's reverse it so the right hand comes down. Maybe the right foot walks in a little bit. Right hand comes to a block or the floor, and left arm, lift, open. Enjoy, big breath in. Exhale, let's flow through our vinyasa, or just head straight to down dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale everything out. Give your head a nod yes and a shake out no. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring step or float to the front. Reach on out. Pull yourself out of your hips and really fold over your thighs, bowing. Give yourself an extra hug here. Toe heel your feet wide apart. And let's sink down into a squat. Dipping the hips, turning the toes out and the heels in. Catching the breath. Thumbs come to the heart. Low back lengthens. Maybe the arms flow high. Squeeze that belly in. Exhale, release, straighten the legs. Toe heel the feet back to hip width. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold it down, bow. Rise your way up to standing. Reach wide and high. Breath in. Exhale, gather at the heart. Just a little heartbeat to catch your breath. Circle the shoulders and take your hands once again to your neck or your shoulders or your chest, maybe your collarbones. Just a little integrative touch. Maybe a little wag to the tail or the head or the fingers. Just dance it out as you come up to the front. And then follow your arms high with that energy. Breath in. Exhale, swan dive forward and down, breath out. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back. Exhale, step or jump high to low. Maybe go straight to down dog, upward facing. Flow back, downward facing. Right leg flows to the sky, breath in. Exhale, round and squeeze in. Right foot steps forward, stay on the ball of the left foot. And we're gonna twist, so your left hand could stay on the floor or on a block. You could also cross your left arm over your right thigh, if that feels good. See if you can straighten that left arm, however, wherever it is, be it the inside or the outside of the front foot. You choose. I'll show it to the inside. The outside's a little more challenging. Twist and spin. Open that right arm. Spread wide open. And then release, dropping the left knee down. Sinking your hips forward. Keep spinning again to the right. This time bend your back knee and reach for your back foot with your right hand. And open the chest. I think I've heard this called twisting monkey, but I don't know what it's called. But it feels pretty great for the front of that left thigh, hip. Open up, open the chest. Maybe the head leans back. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Feel the fullness of the moment. And we'll gently release. Step through vinyasa. I'm going straight back to down dog. Walk it out. Turn your toes to the left, the heels to the right. Open up that left arm, breath in. Exhale, come on down. Other side, toes to the right, heels to the left. Right arm lifts, breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg flows to the sky. Round in, squeeze in. Step your left foot forward. Right hand stays down. You stay on the ball of the left foot. And go ahead and turn to the left and swing open with the chest, opening the wingspan. Stay balanced as possible through your hips. Maybe your hand lengthens back and touches your pelvis to feel. Could you serve T on your pelvis? Pulling the outer left hip back, deepening into this lunge. Sinking your hips a little bit. And then right knee comes down. And just take a moment to sink even deeper. Opening the front of the right thigh. Keep turning to the left. Bend your back knee and reach back for your back foot. Left hand takes right foot or thereabouts. See where you can get with it. Opening hip flexors, so good. For 3. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, lift the heart 2. Keep breathing, 1 more breath. And we'll release. Let's find our way back to down dog any way you want to get there. Breath in, sigh it out. Nod your head yes and shake it out no. Come on forward, high plank. And let's lower all the way to our bellies. And just take a moment, as we did at the very beginning of class, to release into the earth. To let yourself rest and integrate. Maybe stillness feels just right for you, or maybe movement through the hips or ribs or shoulders or head. You could turn your head to one side as I am doing. Oh. And as you're ready, if you like, turn your head to the other side. Keep breathing big. Take a moment, draw your forehead to the floor, and just massage the back of the neck, tucking the chin deeply. Kind of smoothing the skull, the scalp, the hair, opening the back of the neck and shoulders. And just take a moment to bend one knee and then the other. And then windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then let that release your hip flexors and your low back a little bit. See where you feel it. We'll go ahead and bring the forehead back to the floor. Lengthen your arms back and interlace your fingers. Forehead to the floor, pubic bone, press it into the floor. Squeeze your butt a little bit to feel that connection. Kneecap centered on the mat, all 10 toes centered on the mat. Arms are straight and lifting up a little bit. And then go ahead and lift your chest and lift your thighs, lift your legs. For 3, lift the arms a little higher, the legs a little higher, 2. 1 more breath, we're gonna roll over onto the right side. And once again, reach your left leg back behind you. Bend your left knee this time, and left hand takes hold of that left foot. And just breathe into that. Find the way that it feels good. Let's just stay here a moment. Come back to center. Regroup, reconnect to center. Switch the clasp of your hands. Lift your arms, lift your chest, lift your legs. Breathe into it. When you're ready, roll on your left side. And then release that clasp, bend your right knee, reach back for your right foot. Open the chest, open the thigh. Feel into the open twist. Last breath. Maybe both hands can take that foot. Come on back to center. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then reach your hands back. Right hand reaches for right foot, left hand reaches for left foot. Imagine you have that block between your inner thighs. If you want to take the time to put it there, you can. Pubic bone presses down, thighs lengthen. Belly breathes, chest opens, forehead opens. This could be it. This could be the place you want to rest and just, really rebalance. Lots going on for that pelvis. You can stay right here. Or you can lift up. Lengthen your shins back, lift your heart, lift your chest. Bow pose. Maybe you rock and roll up and down the length of that belly. And then, if you like, roll to your right, both feet. Open the heart. Come back to center in your own timing and roll to the left. Hands on both feet. Open the heart. One more breath. Come back to center. Release those legs. Just wag that tail, and then in your time, find your way first to tabletop and then to child pose. So just don't rush into child pose, but take it when you're ready. Set your hips back towards your heels and lengthen out those arms and breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Lengthening out your spine. See if you can let out an extra sigh. Let's find our way to down dog. Lift your right leg high. Bend the knee, roll your hip open. And then step your right foot to your left wrist for pigeon. And take any supports you might need under the hip. Sometimes nice to put one under the front left thigh. Take a moment to broaden those collarbones. And as a matter of fact, a little touch once again. Just let your head move around. Let your fingers kind of anchor the flesh. Let your hands also touch the bent right knee for a little massage, maybe to the foot or the shin. Big breath. Exhale, full bow, let it go. And just slow it down. Let your shoulders relax, and your jaw. And take about 5 more breaths. So really sink into it. Perhaps there's some supports that feel really nice. Let your body rest, recover. One more breath. Gently swing your back leg forward, and we're just going to come to a quick boat pose for a little more core. Hopefully it's not too much. Bending the knees, dropping the shoulders, lifting the chest. Now the hands could support here, and or you could release the hands, and or you could straighten the legs. So you choose for 5, 4, 3, 2, knees bend down again, and hands come to heart. And let's twist it across for 5, right and left, elbows come to opposite knee, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's rock it on back and step or jump back to downward facing dog. Maybe you go through a full vinyasa. Press your palms forward, draw your shoulders back, take a sigh. Left leg flows to the sky, bend the knee, roll your hip open. And left foot steps to right wrist, and sink your hips nice and deep down. And just take a moment there, pausing, recentering. Hands might touch, just integrating the head and the neck into it. Stick out your tongue. Let your tongue swirl around your mouth a little bit. Really great integrative moves, really good for the brain, the nervous system. When you feel ready, fold in, bow down. Breathe deep. Let go. What can you release a little more? Shoulders, breath, mind. Last couple breaths, just let yourself really luxuriate. Two more breaths. And we'll release. And we've got to be balanced. So we'll find our boat pose once again. So balance on your, not too much on your tailbone, but more on your sitting bones. Hands could support this pose, knees could be bent, or you could straighten your arms and straighten your legs. For 3, 2, chest is lifting, 1 more breath. Hands to heart, opposite elbow to opposite knee for a quick across, 2, 3, 4, last one, and flop down on your back. And just take a moment, lengthening out your arms and your legs, and just do what you need to do to integrate, to reconnect to the back body on the back. First time during the class, so enjoy that. Take your hands and give your belly a nice rub, your hip flexors a little rub. Bend your knees, and if you have a block, take it, find it. Most of us did. So we're going to come into a supported bridge pose. So just before we go there, knees are bent, and just let your hips lift and drop so that you're kind of banging your pelvis down onto the ground gently, lovingly. But it's a little massage, and just kind of powder your sacrum, finding all the different angles of it, the tip, the base, the sides. Just kind of wiggle around and just explore that pelvis. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift our hips and place the block at any height underneath the sacrum. So it could be on the very high, it could be on the very low, or in the middle. And make sure it's the wide way so that it's spanning both of your pelvic bones as well as your sacrum. And it's right down where the top of the triangle of your sacrum is. So not too high, not too low. And just take a moment to be with it. And breathe with it. And before we close and come into a Shavasana, if it feels inviting for you, 2 choices. You can walk your legs out straight and long and open up again those hip flexors. This can feel just amazing. You could let your arms reach in opposition or keep them out in a wide T. Or you could choose legs up for an inversion. And we'll just take just a few breaths here to be with this. I'm going to lengthen my legs out because it feels really nice for my hip flexors. You can have your toes pointed or flexed. You can really feel that out. If this is not your cup of tea, you could just keep your knees bent and be in that wonderful restorative bridge, or come to something that's more active, lifting your hips off the block. So you choose. We'll take about 5 more breaths wherever we are. Centering your skull on the mat, tucking your shoulders under so the heart is also opening here. 2 more breaths. If your knees had been straightened, please bend them in. Press through your feet, lift through your hips, and release. And just circle the knees with your hands. And we're going to find our way to Shavasana. If you would like to take any other pose, a quick twist or anything that feels like a good closing for you, please do that. And then settle yourself in as you're ready for your Shavasana. And coming to stillness and sinking back into the earth. Scanning your body. Maybe you need a support under your knees, maybe a little blanket over your whole being. Tucking the shoulders under to have the heart open, maybe palms are face up. Eyes may be covered. But scan your body for any place that needs the reminder to let go. To receive the benefits of this time. To let go even more. So that you can receive even more. The more we are held, the harder it is to receive. So just be in the release. Mm. And as you let go even more, just wonder what you could offer to yourself for inner compassion. Perhaps it's self-care, or perhaps it's a little kick in the pants. And that is a form of self-care, of course. And then wonder what you could offer for intra-compassion. So, compassion to all of those we are connected to, even if we don't even know them, never met them. Maybe they're plant beings or animal beings. And offering this kind of wondering is a small way of healing the world, right? A small way of helping things be easier for those who are suffering. Of course, if others are suffering, we are too, in a big or small way. Take a breath in and a breath out. And wiggle your fingers or toes. And let your head roll easy side to side. And go ahead and roll onto your side and pause and curl up and hug and love and receive and accept and release. If there's something to release, let the forehead drop down to the floor. Just exhale it out in a word or an image or a color or just a simple old sigh. Rise your way on up to seated in your own timing and find your seat. Centering yourself, finding the vertical and the horizontal and the depth front to back, within and beyond yourself. And draw your hands to your heart and just pause there. touching into your heart. Letting your eyes gaze down into your hands and into your heart, joining hands, heart, and eyes. Hands lift to third eye center, lift your sight, lift your vision. Breathe in and bow to one another. Namaste. Breathe out.